gonna review and inspect specifically about pencak silat, one of the most unique martial arts or combat sports around the world. So I will let our athlete introduce himself.
Assalamualaikum, nama saya Ahmad bin Awang Maulana. So saya berasal daripada Kuching Sarawak. So sukan yang saya ambil adalah sukan pencak silat. So pencapaian tertinggi yang saya dapat adalah mendapat johan dalam kejuaraan ISS peringkat Sarawak.
So we will divide this section into 3 stages. The first one is Brunel mood to describe the current mood of the athletes for today upcoming task. Secondly, the anxiety level of the athlete before a tournament or match. Last but not least, we going to examine the subject combat skill based on his confidence level. Okay, first task is I will let him to do the Brunel mood scale. This is a questionnaire for your current feelings toward this interview and task. Okay, first question is, do you feel annoyed? Do you feel bitter? Do you feel angry? Do you feel confused?
Hi, today I'm gonna discuss about athlete's Brunel mood. For athlete Brunel mood, based on the result, the athlete managed to score below than 50 for negative mood, and the athlete also managed to score above than 10 for positive mood. So we can conclude that during interview session, athlete interact with the interviewer with positive vibes and atmosphere, because the athlete managed and he control his expression, emotion and feelings calmly. Other than that, we also can say this athlete have a positive attitude during calm situation and manage his emotion very well. That is all from me. Thank you.
Okay, for the second task is I need you to choose the answer which describe your feelings before the competition. Do you feel nervous before competition? That's all.
I will present about the anxiety trait state of the athlete, which means we will know what does the athlete feels before starting the test and how aroused he is. This can indicate whether the athlete is optimally aroused, under-aroused, or over-aroused. Based on the somatic anxiety score from question 1 to question 7, the athlete got the score 14. On the other hand, the athlete also got the score 7 on the cognitive anxiety. And last but not least, the athlete scored 17 marks on confidence components. As the conclusion from the scores of those 3 components, the athlete got the perfect scores for all 3. This shows that the athlete is optimally aroused and also can perform until his peak performance. This is important, especially before any competition that the athlete competes in. Based on the inverted U theory, if an athlete is under-aroused, performance will not reach its peak. But when the athlete reach the optimally aroused level, they will perform at their peak level. But being over-aroused also affects their performance, as it will drop the performance level of the athlete.
Okay, for the third task is we will check the confidence level of the athlete. So confident you can do this task perfectly. So give me 0 until 100.
I think I can do 80.
80. Okay.
Hello. Now I'm gonna evaluate about athlete performance based on his psychology and confidence. Based on the confidence stage, athlete predict he had 80% of confidence during the task, but athlete did greater than that. He already scored 10 out of 10 perfectly in that task. So, in conclusion, the athlete should improve his psychological based on his performance to improvise his gameplay in his sport. So, this athlete will be able to balance his confidence level and his capability in silat. That is all from me. Thank you.
What movement that you apply at that moment?
Saya telah menggunakan teknik tangkisan dan juga sapuan kaki.
Okay, the last task that I want him to do is to write down the imagery script, which he will say it louder in front of us.
Okey, pertama sekali saya akan berpencak sebelum memulakan perlawanan sebagai tanda bersedia untuk melawan. Seterusnya saya akan memulakan serangan dengan terbukan bagi membaca pergerakan lawan. Itu adalah asas untuk memulakan serangan.
Based on what the athlete wrote in his imagery script, he imagined that before he start fighting, he will do some martial art movement as a sign of his readiness to fight. The movement can be concluded as helpful in building confidence in the athlete before he is in a real fighting situation. So, the movement make him feel brave, make him feel very ready to handle the real fighting situation. So later in the script, the athlete imagine that he will start the attack on his opponent first with a punch to read the opponent movement. Reading opponent movement show that the athlete know how to use his imagination skill to give him an advantage to himself while in a real fighting situation. So he know how will his opponent attack, how will his opponent deflect his attack.
Sport performance is a high-level competition that demands excellent performance of athletes, not only in terms of technique, physical, but more important in psychological aspects. Athletes must have the psychological and moral needed by their sport for their performance. It was concluded that martial sports had a higher characteristics of activity and aggressiveness in general. This certainty will distinguish how athletes practice and the form of psychological skills of athletes in each sport. In summary, each martial arts are very benefits in terms of mentally or physically. The rich dimensions of combat sport offers many challenges in terms of imagery skills, tactics, and maintaining the arousal. Knowledge and understandings of the athlete's psychological skills to support in the context of athletes is very important for the coaches to know to have the optimal athletes in every appearance. That's all from our group. Thank you for watching. Thank you for lending your ears.